Welcome to another episode of our project analysis. Today the project that we are going to be talking about is Tengah Garden Residences.
Hi, I'm Sherry.
Yeah, I'm Jay. Yeah.
Jay, just want to ask you, Tengah Garden Residences, do you know where is it actually?
Of course.
Really?
Actually, I don't know but after doing all the slides, right, then I think I know Tengah quite well already. So after this video, you should know Tengah quite well also. If you don't know Tengah well after this video, right, means we didn't do a good job. Today's content, as usual, we will go through the project information. We will also help you to identify the right unit to buy lah. Then layout analysis as usual. Then for Tengah, right, there's one issue. Because I hear a lot of people saying that there are a lot of ECs around. So this is a bit similar to our binary video, whereby there are ECs around. So we also want to address this issue, whether you still can buy because there's a price gap between the EC and Tengah Garden Residences. So we will address that, and also again we will do the timeline on how you can time your exit lah. So let's get right into it. Before that, our preview date is actually from 14 April to 21st April. Currently, this video we are shooting is a bit late already because the floor plans came out quite late. With that said, the booking day will be on 24th April 2026 for the VIP booking. And the normal booking will be on 25th April. So 24th April and 25th April for the booking. Give your 10 seconds to scan this. If you don't have any questions, just scan first. Next time you got questions, then you can text us directly. Scan and save our number. Project information.
This is Tengah Garden Residence. Total, we have 10 blocks. Total land size will be 25,000 square meter. I think this is really quite huge in this area.
About 273,000 square feet. It's a leasehold. TOP, right, on a non-commitment basis, means developer try to give you the keys by 2029. On paper, it's actually 2031.
Total number of units we have is 863. We have from 1 bedroom all the way to 4 bedroom premium. For this project itself, we have this commercial space, which is about 3,000 square meter, mixture of F&B and shops. 52
shops to be exact.
Yes.
It will be managed by the developer. Car park lots, residential site, there will be 518 lots. For this project, right, they are also trying to have lesser car park lots, right?
To be honest, it's just next to the MRT station. I think the profile here, likely they will take the public transport. So I think that's the reason why we only have this number of car park lots.
Yep. For the price is released already. You can see from here, the price is actually quite attractive, I would say.
It's super attractive 2 bedroom where to find.
Cannot be biased. Actually, really is lower than the previous launches that we have done.
Right.
So I think this year, this is going to be probably the cheapest already in terms of pricing for new launch condos. 1 bedder is starting from 980,000. 2 bedder will start from 1.1 million, and 3 bedder 1.588, and 4 bedder 2.288 million. Very attractive prices. Let's go into the project details, and then we see whether this is going to be something that you'll be considering lah. Developer is actually Hong Leong, so they actually do have a loyalty program. They did this for their previous launches like the Penreef, Springleaf. They also got the priority, right? This is actually how you can qualify. They haven't sent out the list of the projects, the past projects that will qualify you for the priority yet. So if you're an ex-owner of these projects, you'll be qualified for priority booking.
Which is on Friday.
The immediate family tier 1, let's say your father is an ex-owner, you will be entitled to a priority also lah. Then for all these, you all can take a look also. We have touched on this before already, so we won't go too in-depth on this. Developer, as I mentioned, is Hong Leong and Coco Land. Very, very reputable developers.
Let's talk about the location. Actually, it's very close to the highway lah. Of course, beauty about this project is we have our MRT station and of course our commercial. If you can see, Tengah Residence is right at this corner here, and our MRT station is Hong Kah MRT station.
In case you don't know, right, Hong Kah is Jurong Region Line.
Yes, JLD line.
So this is the map of the whole Tengah. You will realize that Tengah is very close to Jurong, which I didn't know, but now I know. It's just right beside Jurong.
Yeah, we actually have 5 housing districts in this area. So basically, it's really a lot of houses coming up from this area lah. So actually, I came from the west, and a lot of my friends are in Tengah right now. A lot of them ballots for the BTOs around there. That's why it's a new township lah.
Like Punggol last time lah.
Yes, correct.
It's just right beside this Jurong transformation. You can expect a lot of tenants, people who are working there will also want to buy a unit near their workplace. So Tengah could be one of the options that they are looking at as well.
So for Tengah Township, we can see that there's over 14,000 flats completed in Q1 2026. But actually, we have more than that. Currently, we only have 14,000 flats, over 14 projects in Tengah. And then we still have over 12,000 housing units that are not collected keys yet. Total about 30,000 number of flats in Tengah area.
So quite a substantial amount of flats.
And the one that I'm talking about is just HDB. We haven't talked about condos itself. So now HDB is settled. So definitely the government will put in more condos in that area.
Just now you mentioned Hong Kah MRT. So it's part of the Jurong region line. Over here, if you want to change to green line, you have to take a few stops. If you want to change to red line, you also have to take a few stops. So schools within 1 km, right, there's Pioneer Primary School and there is also Kranji Primary School. The other primary schools are within 2 km.
So amenities itself and connectivity, we can see that we are very close to GEM as well. 6 MRT stops away to GEM, Westgate and IMM. And then of course, we have 2 bus stops away to Park Point. At this point of time, Park Point is not ready yet, but it's almost done. And then the next one will be our Jurong Point, which is 4 MRTs away. And then Plantation Plaza is the middle of Tengah itself, which takes us about 10-minute walks. Right at our doorstep, we have this 3,000 square meter retail, dining and community space.
Because it's a mixed development. So this is right at your doorstep.
And not forgetting the HDBs around our area, we also have a lot of shops and supermarkets and food around that area as well.
These are some of the artist impression. You can see that the condo is beside the MRT, which is very convenient.
So for unit type, right, we have 1 bedroom all the way to 4 bedroom. If you can see, maybe about 30% is a 3 bedroom, 30+% for 2 bedroom. So quite a mixture. So for 1 bedroom is only 6 units, definitely will be sold out.
For the 2 bedroom, right, they have 2 bed, 1 bath, 2 bed, 2 bath, and then 2 bedroom plus study. 3 bedroom, they got the compact layout. Then they got the 3 bedroom with the yard. Got 1 3 bedroom with store also. 4 bedroom with yard. And 4 bedroom premium with yard.
Yes.
Later on, we'll go through the floor plans as well.
4 bedroom is about 20% also. Quite decent.
Elevation chart. Total will be 16 floor for all the blocks. For certain blocks, right, like block 21 and block 23, you will realize that because there is the commercial component below, right? So certain blocks like these few blocks, right, will actually start from a certain level instead of level 2. In terms of car park wise, it will be B1 and level 1. So total 10 blocks, good mixture of all the different type of layout in the different blocks. Next, we have the site plan. For site plan wise, right, this condo is a condo with full condo facilities. You have your tennis court over here. You have a pickleball court. So instead of a 2-in-1, they actually have a standalone tennis court and then pickleball court. But what we want to highlight to you over here is that other than it being convenient, right, there is also a waterfront view. So over here is actually the waterfront views.
Why you must like that?
Why must like that? You go there and see, you will know why I say this.
Okay, it's like a pond. At least there's a man-made pond. There's water, water features. Actually, in the entire Tengah, who else has? To be honest, in the west side, I think there's only a few places that have this kind of water features.
Which is good, USP. So other than that, the MRT track is here. The MRT is actually not underground. The developers say it will be about 10 floors. I think from our experience, it's like maybe 8.
Yeah, but it's actually quite high. To be honest, when I drive past there, it's actually quite high.
We just keep it as level 10. Later on, we will also talk more about this.
Right.
Then other than that, we have a link bridge over here. The only link bridge is here. So in a way, this block will have the added convenience.
Yes.
But of course, if you go to level 1, right, there are entrances to the MRT station also. Just that this is the only link bridge if you want to go directly to the MRT station. Over here is actually facing a future hospital. So future hospital, we don't know how high it's going to be. It's just under the master plan. Over here would be the highway. But the highway is actually quite far away. We heard it's 200 meters. The views here will actually be quite good in a way. And the distance wise, block to block is actually okay. Between 15 to even 25. So it's not super far. It's not super near also.
But one thing to highlight, we have a hospital nearby. So this hospital, I checked already, is a big kind of hospital. So should be level 10 to level 12 kind. Maybe there's also tenants profile like doctors, nurses, want to stay nearby. Then they might want to rent your unit also.
But maybe if you are sick, then easier for you to go hospital also. I think about it for the site plan. All the function room, all these, I think you all can go and see yourself. We don't need to touch on it. Then next, So who is our competitor? Of course, ECs are the competitor lah. Just now we already mentioned. Over here, there's no condo currently. Tengah Garden Residences is the first condo. But there are quite a few ECs lah. So first we have Copen Grand, which launched the earliest, followed by Altura, Lumina Grand, Novo Place, and then the last one, the latest one will be Auto Place.
I think this is like a very strong pipeline of ECs we have in the market right now. And of course, EC buyers are mostly HDB upgraders also lah.
It can be HDB upgraders, can be first-time buyers as well.
Yes, true.
Yeah. In terms of the average price, we can see that it ranges from 1,003 all the way to even 1,007. One thing we want to highlight is that Novo Place and Auto Place are the only two that are GFA harmonized. The other three are not GFA harmonized. Other than that, the distance to the MRT,
only Novo Place and Auto Place nearest to the MRT.
about 300 meters, right?
Yes.
So about 5 minutes walk lah.
Yeah, for
around there.
Copen Grand, I think we have one that is nearer, which is our Plantation, but that is like maybe a 5 to 6 minute walk. Lumina sad to say they don't have lah.
Not near lah. Not say don't have lah. If
Yeah,
you want to
near
walk,
lah.
still can
lah. 10 minute walk lor. And then one thing I want to highlight is also about the land size lah. Basically, I think Copen Grand land size and Auto Place land size is more huge.
Other than the land size, we want to see how many units are there in total for all these EC over here. So we have 600, 360, so total about 1,001, 1,006 over here, 2,001, 2007. So 2007, you add in Tengah Garden, another 800 units. That's about 3,500 total. Currently, ECs plus condo in the Tengah area. So just remember this number. Later we will discuss about it. EC wise, just now Sherry mentioned already. She want to show you the land size.
And the landscaping, how does it look like?
She feels that these two are the comparable ones lah to Tengah Garden Residences. That's why she brought this out. Of course, why we say this is because resale buyers also will look at the facilities, look at the land size, look at how far the different blocks are situated. All these they will take into account lah. But most importantly, other than this, we still have to look at the layout. Then we look at the location, what is the USP, and also, of course, the pricing lah.
So next, we want to talk about the supply of 1 bedroom and 2 bedroom.
For this project, you know that there's 1 and 2 bedroom, right? The thing is, there are a lot of ECs but the good thing is that the other ECs, right, don't have 2 bedroom and don't have 1 bedroom. It's like Copen Grand, also few units lah, not a lot lah. In terms of the 1 and 2 bedroom supply, there is actually not a lot. When there's not a lot of supply, there's a chance for you to invest if the price is right. We look at this in Punggol area. So River Isle is the only condo with 1 bedroom supply in the whole area. You can see that all these condos, ECs all don't have 1 bedroom. So River Isle is the only one with 1 bedroom. Next, we look at the profit performance of River Isle. You can see that 1 bedroom, actually they also earn quite a substantial amount. Nowadays, in this current market, 100 plus thousand, 200 plus thousand, 300 plus thousand for 1 bedroom is actually very, very decent profits. I would say very good profits.
It's like a supply and demand kind of thing.
The reason why they can actually have such profits is also because there is a lack of supply of the 1 and 2 bedroom over there. So next, we compare again, Choa Chu Kang area. So across 151 units of 1 bedroom, surrounding projects all don't have 1 bedroom.
When on the launch day, actually nobody want to buy so acres. Very hard to sell at that point of time because it's 1 bedroom. But end of the day, you guess how much they earn?
Wow, crazy this one.
So you can imagine if you are the one buying this 1 bedroom, it's so much profit.
So 1 bedroom is actually a lot. One thing we also want to share is that we look at the purchase price. At that point in time, 400 plus thousand is very cheap in 2017. So the same thing is happening in Tengah right now. The price is very cheap, lower than the surrounding, with the prices of the other projects or the whole Singapore market going up. This might be an option for you if you want to start investing. So just now we say all the good things like no supply, all this, right? But let me show you when there's a lot of supply. So we look at the Tampines area. You can see that Tampines area is flooded with condos and ECs. When there's so much supply, you can see the average price from 2018 to 2021 actually went down. But of course, right now the prices would have gone higher because of COVID and all. But we want to show you that because of a lot of supply, the average price actually went down in that area. When there is very little supply, no matter what, the prices will also in a way be affected. So now we come back to the Tengah area. We look at the Tengah area,
Only 11 units in Copen that you mentioned that there's only a few units.
Then we have the Le Crest lah, but Le Crest is quite far lah. So I want to discuss a bit lah on why this is happening. So why the 2-bedroom resale is harder to sell, right? 2-bedroom mainly who are the buyers? Investor, right? So in a way, those buyers who wants to invest, they will go for new launch because new launch, higher upside, newer, you don't have to reno, all these things, right? And that is why if you look at the whole Singapore, there's an issue with the demand of 2-bedroom in the resale market because a lot of these investors, they actually go and buy the new launch. 3-bedroom and 4-bedroom don't really have this issue because 3 and 4-bedroom, mainly they buy for own stay, right? So when they need to buy for own stay, there's a high chance that they will go for a resale because they need for immediate stay. But when you buy an investment unit, you can see that the 2-bedroom, right, is usually harder to sell in the resale market. So when 2-bedroom is harder to sell, right, we really have to be careful when we pick the project. We have to search for a project that either have very good unique selling point, or if not, we want to look at the supply in the area, which in this case, in the Tengah area, there's only 11 units of 2-bedroom as of now. Of course, there will be upcoming projects, but you will be the first to TOP. You will have first mover advantage and the prices next time might be higher as well. For me, I feel that the oversupply issue is still okay because there are not a lot of units of 2-bedroom in this area, which I think that is still a very good choice if you want to start your investment journey with a 2-bedroom or even 1-bedroom over here.
Actually, we also went to find the 3-bedrooms HDB near this project itself, meaning to say all the BTOs around lah. So basically, if you can see, we have 1,290 units that's going to MOP on 2030, and then of course another 435 units after 2031. So this might be your buyers that are coming in to buy your 2-bedroom.
So about 1,007. So let's just say 10%, so about 170 want to upgrade. So total we have how many units of 2-bedroom?
300 plus.
300 plus. But not all 300 will sell. So usually upon TOP, maybe let's just say 50% want to sell. That's about 1-to-1 ratio. So still not so bad. Over here, we feel that the 2-bedroom still quite okay actually. Next, how about 3 and 4-bedroom?
So we actually pull the data from Watertown versus Privé. So basically Watertown is also a mixed development. We have 900 over units over here, plus we have an MRT station which is Punggol MRT. And then for Privé to Punggol MRT is roughly about 5 to 10 minutes away. So when Watertown launched, actually Privé already MOP. So they can sell at that point of time. So basically Watertown sold 3-bedroom at 1.5 million. Privé, which is a EC, sold at 950k. If you can see their transactions profitable is only 100 to 200 over 1,000. For 4-bedroom as well, they sold at 1.185 million. And of course in Watertown, we are looking at 1.65 million. And the profitability is about 200 to 400k . Why we want to highlight this is definitely the EC and the condo price will have a gap. And basically this is also a mixed development versus EC. Today for Watertown versus Privé, if you can see the profitability is almost the same. So for 3-bedroom, they hold for 13 to 14 years. We are talking about 1.16 million profitable. And for 3-bedroom in Privé is about 1 million.
What we want to share is that even though there is a gap between the EC and the condo, $600 at a certain point of time, it didn't affect the profitability.
Yes.
Buyers are still willing to pay for something that they feel is worth the value. So the convenience wise is still something that they are willing to pay . So if you are worried that the number of ECs will actually affect Tengah Garden Residences, I would say that in terms of pricing, as long as you buy it at the correct pricing, is okay. It's just that you need to time your exit well. And of course, when there are more options in the market, naturally your unit will take a bit longer to sell because buyers will be looking at other options as well, right? Definitely there will be some demand that will go to the EC. As long as the gap that you are buying in is reasonable, which we will show you the gap later on, then it's okay. So when to exit? We look at the timeline. Copen Grand will actually be the first one to MOP, which is 2030. Altura will be 2031. Lumina Grand also 2031. These are actually updated because some of the projects they already collected their keys. Novo Place and Auto Place will actually MOP later at 2032 and 2033. Our first sweet spot to actually exit would be before
Copen MOP.
Copen MOP.
Which is 2029.
But cannot because your SSD haven't clear, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So when Copen MOP, right, you can sell because there's only Copen. This is the first chance to sell.
But let's say if you're going to drag another 1-2 years, then maybe you will have even more competitors coming in.
The thing is that Copen, right, is not so near to MRT. So you got one advantage. Tengah Garden Residences it's a mixed D and then got MRT right at your doorstep. When Copen MOP, then they will compare Tengah Garden versus Copen. Okay, am I willing to pay the premium for this? They can compare. So your first chance to sell is when Copen MOP. Then you hit your SSD. Second one, Altura MOP. But Altura not near MRT. So Altura maybe not so much of a threat in a way. Actually, when Lumina come out, you can try to sell already. Over here is already 1,000 over units already. So if you are trying to sell over here, there will definitely be more competition when you want to sell. But when Novo Place and Auto Place MOP, that's when the real issue is because they are also very near to MRT. Their price is definitely going to be cheaper than yours. Our advice is, if you want to sell, you sell when Copen MOP. Or when you hit your SSD period.
But then, I think the 2 bedrooms is okay because
2 bedroom you don't need to worry
you can
because
hold anytime you want.
2 bedroom got no supply.
No supply, so we don't really want to bother about it
But 2 bedroom, right, you have to worry about upcoming launches. Got upcoming launch in Tengah also So they definitely will have 2 bedroom supply one. That one is the thing that you need to look out for So first chance to sell is when you hit your SSD. Second chance to sell is you can sell after all the projects MOP, you have to hold longer already. But the good thing is, after all, is still the best, I would say, in terms of location, in terms of convenience wise, is still the best product as of now, what is available in the market. Whether the buyers are willing to pay for the premium, that's one thing. Whether by the time the price makes it affordable for them, because a lot of your buyers will be upgraders. So whether or not they need to top up a lot or they don't need to top up when they want to buy, your unit is going to affect also We can't predict the future, but we can give you a rough timeline on when you should sell If you look at this is what we did for Pinery. For Watertown and Treasure Trove, the difference is about 22%. So Watertown is mixed D, Treasure Trove is condo. The usual gap is 22%. We look at mixed D, Wisteria versus Signature. Signature is EC, the gap is 45%. So today, if you look at the average price of Copen, about 1,004, and if you're buying at 2,001, the difference is also about 40%. The thing is that Copen is not harmonized. So we want to be a bit more specific. So if you add in 7% to Copen's PSF, per square foot will be about 1,005 around there. The price gap in percentage will be about 35 to 40%. I feel there is still a reasonable price gap, but if you are paying much higher, then you have to make sure that the unit you are paying for is a very good unit, very easy for you to sell next time, like the view is super good. Other than that, right, we also look at the number of units that will actually MOP. So total number of units in Tengah alone to MOP by 2030 is 15,000. Total number of units of confirmed HDB units to MOP, right, is 22,000.
22. Actually, it's a lot And then how many percent you think that they will upgrade? Maybe 10%?
10%, so it's about 2,002 will upgrade. Just now we count about 3,005, right?
How many of them want to sell?
Not all will sell.
Maybe 40%?
We just say 50%. 50% is 1750. 2,002, 1750. The ratio is still quite okay. More than 1:1. So there will be people who wants to buy your unit. So it's just whether you buy the right unit or not.
People who are staying over there, usually they will still want to find the area due to the kids and all. And then not only that, we also have EC owners that might also go for the condo. So I think we have more buyers that are coming into this Tengah residence. So maybe we want to also highlight about what is the Tengah unique selling point.
First, we want to identify what is the unique selling point of the product. Of the project first. See how we can actually use this to our advantage when we choose a unit. So for Tengah, the unique selling point?
Mixed development.
Okay.
Convenient.
Okay.
And waterfront view again. The selling point is really all this.
Other than knowing the USP, right, we also need to know what is the pricing strategy of the developer. Then we will merge two together, then we choose the right unit. We look at the pricing strategy. We have 3 kinds of pricing strategy. First is per floor jump. Then we have the view, that means developer load on the view. We have developer loading on the unit type. Looking at the price, we can see that actually they start from quite a low PSF. Good chance that the per floor jump will have a jump. After a certain level, there might be a jump. For view is high chance will have a loading. They have waterfront facing. Then they have the ones facing the MRT. Then they have the ones facing the hospital. So for unit type, they also got load. Just now we already showed you the price. You all can scroll back the video. You'll see that actually the 1 and 2 bedder, the PSF is lower. Because now developers also know 1 and 2 bedders, the demand not as strong as the 3 and 4 bedders lah. So they will also put the PSF as lower. This developer load on all kinds of pricing strategy. So how to choose? Don't know how to choose, right? Must find us. Okay.
Yes.
So how do we identify the right unit to buy? Okay, first I will separate into different price category first. From what we feel, over here, right, this will be the cheapest. Because it's closest to the MRT, there will definitely be noise. Second will be over here. This one will be second cheapest.
Which is facing the hospital.
Next, we will have maybe the inner facing. I think over here. These two will be third cheapest. Lastly, we have the inner facing unit. Not so close to the MRT. Then of course, the most expensive one will be those over here.
These are more on the 4 bedrooms. Majority of them are facing the waterfront.
Correct.
So for MRT facing, I think we will choose the lower floor because we mentioned earlier that the MRT station might be 10 to 12 story, right? So maybe we will go for the lower one so the noise will lessen as well.
And also you don't directly see the MRT track.
Correct.
For over here, if you want, it's either you get lower floor or if not, you have to get higher than the MRT track.
We still don't know what is the level yet.
Because it's the cheapest, you still can go high or if not, you can go low also lah. Try not to get mid-floor because we don't know how high it's going to be the MRT track. Then if let's say you go for a mid-floor, then you kena the MRT track. Then also jialat, right? Over here, right, hospital facing, right, is the second cheapest. So how do you choose the units over here? Hospital distance, from what we heard, is going to be quite okay, not super near.
But it's just that it's very high because it's like a big hospital.
So maybe like 9-10 stories, I don't know.
Yeah,
like
9 stories.
Maybe 9-10 story lah.
I think we should go from the lowest to highest lah.
Over here, you can actually go low to mid. No matter what, you also will get blocked. Maybe there's a chance you go until level 10, level 11, you might get blocked also, we don't know yet. So over here, since there's already no view and it's the cheapest, right? So you can go for low to mid floor. If not, then you go super high. Because there's a chance that when you buy a super high floor in this hospital facing, right, maybe you clear the hospital, but yet you are paying the price that is maybe a low floor of the inner facing. We have to see the price on the day lah.
Not forgetting about the construction because we don't know when is it going to start yet. Yeah, so we need to tahan the noise also.
If you want to sell, right, it's either you sell before the construction or you sell after the construction. We have the other one, which is the MRT inner facing one, near to the MRT one. So I think this will be the third cheapest lah. Just now we mentioned already, same thing, you can go for something that's low floor. You know why? Because over here got pool view. So if it's the third cheapest, you don't need to go too high because you go too high, you kena the MRT track, you kena the noise. If you go low, you still can get a pool view lah. So pool view is always the nicest when you are low to mid floor mah. So over here, this one will be third cheapest. Go for something that is low to mid. If you go for super high, still can if you really want. It's not going to be our first choice lah if you were the one who want to buy lah. Next, we have the fourth cheapest over here. So over here, right, you don't have to go too high. It's the same thing. You go how high, you also see your neighbor.
Yeah, you face your neighbor.
If you don't like super low floor, then you just get a mid floor.
Mid floor.
So for over here, it's just that you are not so near to the MRT. So the noise is lesser, not so noisy. The last one would be the waterfront facing. So waterfront facing, a lot are the big units as well. So for the bigger units wise, you don't have to go super high.
At least mid floor lah.
Mid floor lah. Mid floor, you can see the nice waterfront already. The facing over here, right, beyond this is actually the highway, but the distance is actually quite far away. After the highway, right, you probably will see more HDB.
Yeah, but it's like very far away.
It's like 200 meters away lah. So if you go high floor, you get unblocked expressway view.
Okay lah, at least you see unblocked view.
But if you look down, you see the water lah.
Then you look up, you see the sky.
So because they're already loading on the price over here, right, you don't need to go so high. Might as well you go for something that's low to mid floor.
Yes.
Just now we mentioned the USP is the convenience ma. For convenience wise, nearest one would be these two blocks. Or the ones that is very close to the MRT. If you look at the MRT, right, the least noisy one will be those around here actually.
Because it's like a stopping point.
Because they stop here.
Yeah.
So actually the units here, if it's the cheapest,
Can consider
Yeah, you can consider. This is like, I would say the units here are actually the most value for money one, because first thing is, yes, it's near to MRT, but because it's near to MRT, you can also access MRT easier. The block here is got the link bridge so you can take the link bridge super convenient. And because this project is also near MRT and also mixed D, right? So convenience is also the USP. So when you buy a unit that bring out the USP of the project, there's a chance that resale market, it will be easier for you to sell as well. The units over here, you can go low floor, maybe it's one of the cheapest. Then just go low floor. Then after that, the units over here, because this is where the train stop, so the noise level is also lowest. So I feel that over here is actually the opportunity And of course, if you're buying the big units, then the waterfront facing, just go for something that is low floor if you really want the waterfront facing. This is also, again, like we mentioned before, very generic. If you want to really know how to choose a unit, you contact us and we will really do a more in-depth analysis for you. Next.
Layout analysis.
Okay.
So 1 bedroom. We have a few 1 bedrooms here. So 48 square meter. The bedroom size very decent, which is our 16 square meter, and then of course a balcony at 6 square meter. I think this is a very standard 1 bedroom we can see.
Yeah, standard
around.
anyway, 6 units only.
So 2 bedroom, maybe we can start with our 2 bed 1 bath first. So 2 bed 1 bath, only one kind of layout. We have our proper tuck-in kitchen, and then 2 bedrooms with your master and your bedroom 2.
Here got 1 glass also, so quite nice.
Yeah, so at least you have more lights coming
from
in.
the balcony side.
Yes, the side one will be 2 bed 2 bath plus study. Why did I put this layout first? Because the rest are 2 bed 2 bath. So this is the only 2 bed 2 bath plus study layout. 70 square meter. Same thing, we have our 5 square meter kitchen, which is tucked in. And then this difference is we have a study room here. So this study room, actually we did a lot of layouts regarding about this study room. So if you want to close up, can, but then of course the toilet will be an issue.
You have to set up this door over here. Then your guests have to come into your common room to access the toilet.
It's more like a storage space. So if you think that you need a storage space in your 2 bedroom, then maybe this is something you want to consider.
But okay, they got proper dining, got proper living room. Quite standardized.
Next will be our 2 bedroom. So for 2 bedroom, we have 2 layouts here. All of them are dumbbell in the entire project for this 2 bedroom. So same thing, everything is very similar. The kitchen also tucked in.
It's just at different stacks.
Yeah, so depends on which stack we are talking about. So like we mentioned, if you are okay with hospital facing, then maybe you want to consider hospital facing, or else the rest are actually inwards, and there's a few kind of facing we have here. Again, if you want to choose a 2 bedroom here, I think you should look for us because there's a lot of units here, 300 over units. For 3 bedroom, this is 3 bedder compact. So for 3 bedder compacts on the left hand side, still have a tuck-in kitchen. 3 bedrooms here. The only thing we don't have is our kitchen. We do not have any windows .
So this is like a dumbbell also. And the other 3 bedroom compact is like the traditional one. So the difference in the size is 2 square meter. This is 74, this is 76. So if we compare 3B and 3C, we would rather choose 3B and 3C because the size difference is not very big.
And of course our kitchen as well. There's a window in our kitchen.
And for 3B and 3C, main difference is the foyer area. But the thing is that for 3C, right, there are more stacks. So these 2 layout is actually quite similar. So we're not going to choose our favorite. If I tell you stack 7 is the best, right, then you cannot get unit at stack 7 also.
And there's only like 16 units.
The layout is very similar. You have everything you need. You got a window in your kitchen, your bathrooms, got windows. Master bedroom is actually 12 square meter because the master bathroom is 5 square meter.
Correct.
Yeah, so 17 square meter inclusive of this foyer over here, this working space. Our choice, if we were to choose, would be either 3B or 3C because the size difference is not a lot and you get a proper kitchen with windows. Next.
We have 3 bed with yard. 3 bed with yard, we have 8 layouts . So let's go through 4 layouts first. 3D all the way to 3G. Actually, the difference, only the 3D is smaller. The rest are only 1 square meter . I mean, it's almost the same . So depends on which stack you are looking at. For 3D, we have a store.
So this one is for buyers whose budget is stuck in between.
Yeah. But the store can hack. So
you can do a bigger kitchen
area,
or if not, you can use it as a study. You can open up.
You can open up the other side.
A door.
So maybe we talk about 3F and 3G. I think they are more similar . One thing we realize is the home shelter is right at the corner, at the side. Let's say if we have a helper, then the helper sleep here also a bit funny, right? If you can see the yard is not as big as you can put a bed, right? And then if you do not have any enough bedrooms, then maybe they have to sleep in our home shelter, right? Then this is at the side. So I think these two layouts a bit weird lah, unless you don't have any helper.
No choice lah. Squeeze off.
Squeeze with your kids lah. Squeeze in the room. So for 3E itself, so you have actually a bigger kitchen area, and then we have a home shelter lah.
Same thing lah. All got home shelter mah.
Yeah, but it's actually inside the kitchen lah. I mean, like the store should be in the kitchen, right? For me, I feel that the store have to be in the kitchen lah. At the side a bit funny then I need to go and do a panel to cover away the store. It's not very ugly, right?
Yeah, I agree with you.
Maybe I think in these 4 layouts, which one would you choose?
One thing I want to highlight is that they actually have a special provision space for the washer and dryer. So usually it's 2 in 1, right? So over here, if you want to buy one washer, one dryer, you want to stack, you actually do have a space over here lah.
Makes sense.
Then I think this is quite rare for this. We feel that D, right, is for buyers who has a budget that is stuck in between lah. So it's a good option because they actually do have a lot of options like in the different stacks. As for the different layout, E, F, G, right, they are all very similar, but they are all situated in different stacks. It depends on your queue number, what are your options. Layout wise, I think the more common one whereby the home shelter is at the back is actually 3E lah. Other than that, the other places of the house are actually pretty similar in a way. We will not choose one over here. Let's go to the next one.
So for 3H and 3I, actually we got space to stack the washer and dryer like a proper yard. Then you can hang your clothes inside also. But the home shelter, the door will likely block you when you are hanging clothes. One thing that we want to highlight is the master room. The master room is actually quite huge.
So if you compare this with just now the one we showed in the previous slide, right, this will be our preference lah, because the size difference is not a lot. If you can see over here 92, here 94, right? But over here you get a much bigger master bedroom.
And we still have window at the wardrobe area.
Yeah. This layout, because of the small difference in the size, right, we will choose the layout over here. And the layout over here, if you really have to make a choice, right, we would say that all the different layouts got their pros and cons lah. One thing is just now we mentioned about the washer and dryer, right? Another thing is the hanging of clothes. Nowadays, a lot of the condos don't allow you to hang your clothes because the kitchen is smaller, and if you hang your clothes, right, it's directly above the stove. So when you cook, all the smell will go to the clothes.
That is 3J.
So for 3J, it actually allows you to actually hang your clothes over here, and actually the stove is quite far away lah. For the other layouts like H, I, K, right, you can still hang your clothes over here, but when you hang your clothes, right, you cannot open the door of the bomb shelter. Not that these layouts are bad, just that this is one thing that we saw lah. But other than that, the layout is actually very good, and the master bedroom really have a walk-in wardrobe for a 3-bedroom. I think it's very, very rare.
Yeah.
This layout will be our preference lah when we compare to the one we show earlier on lah. Okay.
But when we talk about 3J, I think one problem is the wardrobe don't have any lights because there's no window. The rest, 3 of them, they have.
So slightly more natural lighting lah. But the ones with the most options will be these 3K lah, because there's more stacks. Next.
So 4-bedroom, we have 4-bedroom compact and 4-bedroom premium. So let's go through the 4-bedroom compact first. This 4-bedroom compact, right, one thing I noticed is we have a common toilet, and the common toilet we have this like Jack and Jill to the other bedroom lah. So this bedroom, maybe you can treat it as your junior master. And then the 2 other common rooms don't have a toilet. And the good thing is, if you can see the master room, right, we also have a very huge wardrobe area. And then the yard area is almost the same as what we see in 3-bedroom premium. For 4B as well, just a mirror image. The only difference is our 4C. So for 4C, the kitchen area is smaller, it's only 11 square meter, whereby the other 2 is about 13 square meter. But the thing is, we have a bigger living hall, which is 33 square meter, whereby the other one is 31 square meter.
One thing to highlight is these 2 kitchen is whitewash wall. Over here, whitewash wall. Only this one is glass panel.
So I think in this layout itself, we will pick the 4C because we have more ventilation, and of course the dining living area is bigger.
And anyway, just to explain why only this one got the glass, right, is because if they put a glass here, it's facing the bedroom. So no point for them to put glass panel over here. So this is our top choice.
Next, this will be our 4-bedroom premium. So 4-bedroom premium, the difference in size is also only 1 square meter, so not much difference. So now let's look into our layout. So for layout itself, the difference is on the bathroom itself. If you can see bathroom 2, right, for 4E, it's actually Jack and Jill. Yeah, but then it really depends on the price. So we saw the pricing already. This is about 2.5. The 4 compact is about 2.2-ish. So we are looking at about 300K for a toilet. Does it make sense?
Whether or not it makes sense is that one thing is today you are a buyer, you want to buy, right? Whether to pay this 300K is first whether you need this toilet or not. If really you need this toilet, you pay this 300K. The question to you is, next time when you want to sell, the resale buyer come in, are they willing to pay 300K for a toilet? Yes, they might be willing to pay, but we also want to see whether they can afford or not. Because if you buy at 2.5, you need to sell maybe 3 million. 3 million in Tengah, accepted or not, we still don't know. We don't even know how much the HDB at Tengah is going to sell for because haven't MOP yet.
Yes.
If they sell their HDB and then the sales proceeds they get back is not sufficient enough to help them to down pay for 3 million 4-bedroom over here, then there's going to be a high chance that they will choose the one without the third bathroom. As for us, we feel that the one without the third bathroom will be our preference lah.
Still acceptable
because we don't know next time 3 million over here, how is the response going to be like?
The sweet spot should be our 4-bedroom compact rather than the premium. But not say you cannot choose premium lah. If you really want to choose a layout here, maybe we will just go for the big one or 117 square feet. Why is that so? Because I feel the dining area is bigger.
Then of course, these are all just based on layout lah. So you still have to see the facing and then the price at the point lah. With that, we've come to the end of our video.
Yay.
And if you feel that our content is useful, please help us subscribe, share and like. And our QR code is here. If you have any questions, please just text us. So thank you and bye-bye.